Every high-ranked player will tell you that you need at least one main tank to win in Marvel Rivals. Yet in this game, with 2 off-tanks, their healers heal for nearly double ours in a game that we still win. So how is this possible? Hello, and welcome to another Marvel Rivals full game breakdown by the coach. In this guide, I will show you why I refuse to play the way the meta dictates. The way high-ranked players, you know, the people you've never spoken to, unless you've given them money, say in their little stream videos that you have to do if you want to be good. No, I don't accept that. Watch as I dismantle their team through guerrilla tactics, coordinated assaults that will annoy your opponents to no end because you are not playing the way they understand, the way they were taught, the same way that can let an unskilled player achieve a rank that they deem respectable if they follow the rules. No, I will not play by those rules. I will outplay your understanding of the game and prove that my way is superior. My will is stronger, and that you will lose and have no understanding as to why. And let me tell you, when people don't understand something, you know what they experience? It's fear. Let's go. Alright, we got a new map for you. This is on the Hall of Dajalia. We're on offense. Now, one thing I want to stress with everybody watching is even though we go side flank angles, we play guerrilla tactics this game, you still want to start the game with your team, okay? You want to do like a bit of a feeling out process. The feeling out process is important because it lets you know what you're working with, okay? You know, if you got a thoroughbred stallion, right, in their prime, in their youth, right, which the equivalent for Marvel Rivals would be a college kid who probably does drugs. They're probably really good at the game mechanically. You got to guide them to victory, okay? So we fight with our team at the start, bit of a feeling out process. Notice how I get hooked. I don't panic. I hold my ground. That's really key here. Holding your ground, not taking damage for no reason, but keeping the line of the fight in a place that allows your team to push up. So I'm holding this space over here with this little half wall corner here, right? And I'm not conceding any ground. And the reason why is now our team can walk through here and push in if they want, you know, follow my lead, and then I have access to their back line, which you'll see in a second is what oh, wait, I didn't even notice this. They're actually down one, and we haven't gotten a kill yet. So we have somebody a little late to the party. Speaking of college kids who do drugs. Okay, well, let's continue. So, shielding my team, building my alt charge, looking for a window into their back line. And we want to be imposing. We always want to be threatening their positioning. So I go in on their healer, and watch this. Immediately out. In and out. There it goes. Again, harassing them. The reason being is because she just used her bubble on herself. So I know this time when I go in, it's going to be on cooldown. I'm winning the war of attrition by constantly harassing. And coming from angles that they're not looking at. So I always get an extra hit or two in before they can react to me. Guerrilla tactics. And out. You guys call me a burger joint because this is going to be in and out all game, baby. So look, now they know I'm here, the threat of me here, so they're constantly turning around. And again, I'm still with my team. I'm one jump away, right? This is just making it so they have no escape, they have no way out, and they have to constantly be worried about me. Now, remember, we don't have a typical tank, so we have to play this way. We can't just be sitting in front of our team and waiting for them to do something. No, we're the ones who make the plays. We're the ones who make the plays. But it's harder. You have to play better. You have to be better than your opponents. I'm not going to say that this is the end-all, be-all way to play. You know, you might do better playing as a standard tank and putting the game on your team's shoulders while you take all the damage for them. No, I don't want to do that, though. I don't accept that. I think I can carry harder playing this way. And watch what happens. So the threat of Thor, this is my third jump in, by the way. My third jump in, and I know they're out of cooldowns. I know they're out of cooldowns. So there's the last of their defensives. Our team gets the kill. I don't chase here because we have the point. Constantly harassing them. Now, you could argue, could a Doctor Strange there or a Magneto do as much damage there? Yeah, they could. But they would have nowhere near as much map pressure. Cover nowhere near as much ground. So this is what we call a pointless fight. Which, anytime you can take a pointless fight as Hulk, do it. If you die, your spawn's right there. They're pushed up, so give free ult charge. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I lose the trade a little bit. But we're just looking for any kind of opening. We want to engage here because this is a bad fight for their team. So we're trying not to take too much damage here. And I get hooked here. This is the downside. This is the downside of playing with no overpowered characters, like Doctor Strange or Magneto. Sometimes your aggression is going to get punished. I will be the first to tell you. I'm not going to just post videos all the time where I'm doing good. I want to show you what a mistake looks like, because believe it or not, Coach makes mistakes too. Coach does make mistakes. So, a little too aggressive, trying to bite off more than I can chew. But look, it doesn't really matter that much, does it? They use an ultimate here, and we lose nothing. So, shield my team, immune the Thor ult. Good ult by me. Or good shield by me, but I'm looking to ult here. So, notice what I do there. There is a time when you want to try to save your health bar as much as possible as Hulk, and there's a time when you want to use it knowing that you're going to ult. The reason I use it knowing I'm going to ult is because of the positioning. I take damage more or less on purpose there. Because if I jump their backline too soon here, they're going to just kite back. So I want to keep the fight here and keep pumping as much damage as I can into Groot, because the positioning for us is great. To get heals on these players here, guys, they have to look around this corner, right? And as Hulk, I can cut through here, I can go up through here, I can get this health back. I have so many options that I want to keep the fight in a place that's advantageous to us, right? So I fight right here. I don't jump backline because they're immediately just going to turn around and peel, then I'm going to have to ult anyway, right? So my options, right, are to play the fight slower, and they'll probably hold this corner, or just bait them into a position where they think they can kill me. And look, they're walking up, and then hit them with the wham bam jam, the big Hulk ult. So here we go, ult's up, and there it is. She's trapped. She's walled by her own teammates, and now we jump in. Now we jump in, doing what I do best. Doing what I do best. And honestly, this is the point where you flame your team, guys, because what the hell is my team doing? We had two people here. One of them wasn't here, but I think it was her. Like, what are we doing? Where is my help? You know, where are my heals? But it's all right. That's a triple kill, and we win the fight, right? And the reason is because I was aggressive. Now, that was more of a head-on fight, right? That was more of a head-on fight. Because, again, it's in a position that's advantageous to us. But watch how things change here. The fights will differ. So, we have one more fight here. And it's not really a bad thing to be in Bruce form here. You know, Bruce likes lattes and typing on his computer in front of Starbucks where people can see him. But sometimes it's okay to be Bruce. So, now they're popping all their cooldowns. The momentum's now in their favor. So we're just hitting who we can hit for more ult charge. We're trying to play for our next ult, because that's how we're going to win the game. So, it looks like we're losing the fight. I back up. And I'm looking for an angle in here. Now, this is how you need to be playing. When they use support ults, don't just fight in them. Don't accept that. Back up, reset the fight, and get a fight that works for you. So I know I'm not going to actually kill the Loki here. I'm just trying to take up space, not take too much damage, and get out so I can re-engage. Again, in and out. Guerrilla tactics. You don't have a real tank. You make big plays during your ult, but most of the time, you're just going to be running side to side, getting behind them, right? So I get hooked again. Another mistake by me. Again, guys, this playstyle is not easy. I'm not saying that it's easy. I want to show a game where I don't do everything exactly right, but still show you how effective it can be. I think this is a important thing to understand. You will get caught sometimes. You need to have enough aggression that you're not afraid to die, okay? You can't be afraid to die. But you also can't be afraid to live. Can't be afraid to live. So I get a little bit of ult charge here, and then again, immediately go to side flank. Looking for windows in. So I see their Moon Knight. No, this is my spot. You always cut off the chokes. Any position, any high ground that you think their team is going to try to use against yours, this is where you shine, okay? These are the fights you want. So you always have to deny these areas. If you ever see a Moon Knight or a Hela up on top of a key position, it is your job to take them down. Okay? So now our Storm's ulting. This is what I mean. We're in a good position. Coordinated assaults. We go in with our teams. We play off the big cooldowns. We be patient, right? If you get caught, that's okay. But when your team is actually making plays, you can't let your past failures affect your future. That's a life lesson there, too. So watch what happens. Storm's ulting. We kill the Moon Knight. I shield her. There's the Bucky. And now they're huddled up. They're huddled up like war refugees. They got nothing left. They have no escape. We're behind them. I get her. I get the Winter Soldier. I get the healer, and then Hulk does what he does best. He cleans up. The garbage man. Shift is going into overtime. So Groot makes his own coffin there with out of wood, and we're still going. And now I have my ultimate. I deny the Winter Soldier ult here, and now we go in. There's another one. They are so desperate to save the point because we made our plays at the right time. So I want to show you what happens here. I was going to ult grab him here, but a little Hulk tip. You actually can't ult grab somebody out of your stun. And I forgot that here because my ult was running out. What I needed to do was punch him, then grab him. Because the only things that can break your stun as Hulk are your punch and your clap. So don't forget that when you're playing. Okay? So, again, timed aggression, looking for windows, but knowing when to go in is the key thing here, right? My harassment, you know, I got picked off a couple times, but in the end, we fought when it mattered, right? So now we have one more point to go here. Always kill the Loki clones. And, yeah, we can just fast forward through this part. This is gonna take a while. We'll just fast forward through this part. Someone's got to do it, right? Someone's got to kill the wall. Okay. Okay. Let's fast forward through that. All right. I'm gonna be honest. Just a funny little thing here. I was actually watching Breaking Bad on my other monitor here. So if you notice here, this is just real quick. So yeah, I was still punching after I killed the wall because I wasn't even looking at my screen. It's alright. You can watch stuff while you're playing. You just got to make sure you're paying attention when it matters. All right. Okay. So, coach's tip. Coach's tip. All right. So here we go. Shooting my teammates again. Looking for opportunities. Taking way too much damage here. Not a good play by me. But hey, look at that jump angle. Look at that jump angle. But this is going to happen sometimes when you play with no main tank. So look at Thor and I, the tank bros, the bash bros, looking for a side flank, and our team honestly carried us that fight. They carried us. They did really good. But we did take damage for them, so it's not like we got zero value. We just didn't play ideal, right? So here's their last fight here. We get a couple, they get a couple. So I'm trying to fight people off of the Cloak and Dagger ult, and I'm trying to push this Invisible Woman off, and I almost get her there. So instead of fighting on the Cloak and Dagger ult, we're just looking for any stragglers, and we find one, right? So big mistake by her. Big mistake. There's no reason she should have been on the Cloak and Dagger ult. But the reason she wasn't, I just wanted to say, it's two reasons. One is because I put pressure on her, and two, good supports will know that they have to get out once they get in, right? So she thought she was safe, and she did not want to go into melee range on the point because she knows she didn't need to, right? But you want to make pressure plays like that to try to force your opponents into bad decisions. That's essentially what we did here. Now, you could argue like, oh, guys, coach, what if this was a high-rank player, a high-rank game, like really high-rank, and they just go on point? Well, then you just start whacking her. You get your free ult charge. It's not like it's a lose-lose. Find your wins when you can get them. Always. You should assume your opponents are going to make mistakes until you get to Celestial, right? You should assume that they're going to make mistakes. You don't give them too much respect. You're better than them. Okay? So, now they all huddle on point, and whenever I hear the turret, I go for the Punisher. Just a little bit of harassment. Notice it's not working out. And I'm just trying to find a way out of here because I'm about to die. And then we get the Cloak and Dagger heals coming in, and I'm looking for the play with Thor. Guys, notice this. This is really important. I'm not just doing my own thing. You have to play with your teammates. So I look at what Thor's doing. Even though I wanted to go after the Punisher, which I don't even know where he is now. Don't let your ego dictate the way the game goes. Look for your teammates. Make plays with them. Coordinated assaults. Coordinated assaults, okay? Look for your teammates, make plays with them. You have to be the best player in your game. You have to be looking around. You have to make sure that their plays work, even if it's not the play you want. So The right play is always the play with your team. Guys, I don't care what the meta says, okay? The meta. We're not playing meta, but, you know, meta mixed up. You jumble the words. It spells team. It spells team. It also spells meat, which I had a steak before this, so I'm feeling pretty good right now. All right, let's keep going. All right, so they're holding on to dear life. I stun the Loki. He heals through the clap that was going to kill him because I mistimed it a little bit. Grab the Loki. Replaying the scene from the Avengers, right? And this is just, we're just cleaning up, and we close out this round. Creating opportunities for our damage dealers. Our Storm definitely played really well this game, but this is a game where our DPS are more or less pretty even to theirs. Our Storm definitely outplayed them for most of this game, but our Hela and their Hela, we're actually pretty close to them in damage for the most part, apart from the Storm, who had a pretty good game. So I just want to make that clear too. All right. So let's go to defense here. Generally on defense, I like to start by holding one of the choke points and getting a free clap off, right? Building that ult charge, not giving them too much free ult charge myself. Remember, they don't get ult charge on your shield, but if they start doing damage to you, they do. So watch how this plays out. They're coming through here, and then I notice that they're going main. So I push in, I shield my Storm. We're going to play this game a little faster here because I don't want this video to go too long, but just watch what happens. Here, we'll play it at 1.25. I stun the Groot. This is their way in. Building a big clap. We don't have a main tank, right? So we're just trying to slow them down as much as we can. Distracting them, doing as much damage, right? Playing off to a side angle. Notice what I'm doing here, right? This is what I like to call the broken triangle. Their team's in here, so they can't hit me around this wall. I can land melee attacks if I just, you know, sit right here behind the wall, and my team has access to heal me, right? So you want to constantly be looking for angles like this. Okay, so I grab the health pack, and I'm taking a lot of damage. I jump out before I get bruised. Now, the reason I'm okay with taking this trade, even though I overstayed a little bit, is because I think that if the fight goes on this long, by this point, we should be winning, because I've kind of gauged how our team's been playing, how we've been winning, and I thought it was worth it. I thought we could have gotten a kill there. Now, we didn't, but you got to remember, as long as you have an out with Bruce, it's not a terrible thing to be in Bruce form. Right? You just have to let your team know. So I was hoping we get the finish there. I get pushed off, and we get wiped. So I could tell the fight was already not going in our favor. So I tried to overstay and make a big play. It didn't work out. Sometimes that happens, guys. Sometimes it happens. I think the key here is, guys, I didn't let myself get staggered, right? When the fight's going that way. When we're just not killing anything. The key is I got a lot of ult charge there, and I did not let myself get staggered. Now, if I had hung around and got caught here and died, that would have been terrible. Either die with your team, or get out before the fight's lost. And I realized that it was lost because pretty much as soon as I got knocked, we fell apart because it was that close, right? So we get out. It's no one's fault. It's not my fault. It's no one's fault. The fight was probably going to be lost anyway. That's why I went for that play. Okay, so let's keep watching here. So Thor looking for a flank play, but our Storm's getting, our Cloak and Dagger is getting attacked here, so I actually make the choice to try to help her out and get my free ult charge, and there it is. There's our Storm play, and they counter it with a Cloak and Dagger ult. So her play's not going to probably work here, so I'm just looking for ways to get easy ult charge while not taking too much damage, and I make a mistake here. This is a mistake. This is 100% a mistake. As soon as I hit the Groot there a couple times, I should have left the fight. I should have gotten out. And look, they are now playing Storm. So they're making a big play here. I get back. Luckily, we don't lose too much ground. That might have actually been their Storm. I'm pretty sure it was our Storm ult, wasn't it? Yeah, it was our Storm ult there. So I tried to make a play with her, but the Cloak and Dagger ult was up. I should have just left, right? I should have just left. Coach makes mistakes too, you know? Okay, so we jump back in, and now I know they have no support ults, so this is our time to make a play. Now, I don't overcommit here, because I know I don't have a team, so I'm waiting for them to get caught up, and then here we go. Dive their backline, shield my Thor, making plays with him, and we still end up losing the fight. I was going to ult there, but our team all gets caught before I do it. And a big reason why is because our Cloak and Dagger doesn't have her ult. She used it last fight. So this is what we call a stall ult. This is a stall play. I'm doing this to give us one more fight before the next checkpoint. Because even if we lose that fight, it's going to buy at least 30 seconds to a minute off the clock. Now, as Hulk, you don't want to be doing fights like this often. You want to be using your fights in ways that allow you to carry the game. But the fight was already lost. I'm just sitting on my ultimate, guys. I know I can get at least 1 or 2 more ultimates before the game ends, so I'm using one now to eat up clock. The key here, guys, the key here is that you don't die. If I don't do anything, they push and get the objective more than likely, right? The key is not to die, okay? So I ult to stall, I get out, and look at this, guys. I stall long enough to where now I am fighting with my team with my ultimate. Now, I jump in a little early here because I underestimate the Groot walls, right? But now I get some value out of the ult because I wait till the last possible second to stall. Don't just stall because you think it's the right play. Think a little bit before you make game-changing decisions like that. You need to think. Be like, okay, we have a little bit of time here. We have a little bit of time. So I'm going to wait till the last possible second and try to get a fight with my team. And that's so this is a twofold play. I stall and get a fight with my team. So I still get some value out of the ult. I get the fight started. And the beauty of Hulk is you buy so much time. And even if I get popped here, I'll just turn into Bruce. So watch what happens. So there it is. I get popped. They chase me. They chase me. Look at this. They chase me that whole time. So I'm essentially giving our team an easy fight. I definitely went a little too deep there. But again, we don't have a proper tank, guys. So me pulling 3 people on their team away in a fight that I was probably going to die in anyway, right? That is another form of tanking that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. This does not show up on the stat sheet. The fact that their Doctor Strange and Bucky had to chase little Brucey boy around for 10 seconds before they get a kill on him. Okay? So hopefully our team wins with advantageous numbers. It's not always going to work. Sometimes your team is going to be bad. But with the chaos, with the confusion, we get their Groot, right? Because Groot doesn't know that I'm going diving their backline like a maniac. He doesn't know that. He just assumes the fight's going to go the way he expects it to. And I say, no. I knew I was dead there. So I go in the back and I try to waste as much time as possible through an escape. And if I get out there, then now they're really screwed. Because now I can hit them from behind as Bruce. Okay, so I go down and we end up still losing the fight. But I give our team a chance here. I give our team a chance and we don't win the fight, but we're able to hold it. That's the key. We lost this fight, but not so bad that we ended up completely crumbling, so we're able to hold the point. Okay, so time wasted. Mission successful here. So looking for my Thor, going in for dives with him, giving him a shield so he can escape with it. He gets that CC immunity too. And they have to come to us, right? They have to come to us. So Groot gets hooked. Nice play by Winter Soldier. We get the pick, and I'm trying to get the air knock on Storm. We get her. We take her out, and now I'm out. It's all about making plays with your team. That is the key. Making plays with your team. So now this is what Hulk does best. The cleanup. Garbage Man coming in for a second shift. And now they're just tilted. This is just low elo mistakes. They're just tilted. They're out of sorts. They don't know what to do. This is a, I think it's a mid-diamond Lombi, if my memory serves. This is on my ult account. They are just completely tilted. I stunned the Strange Portal. I don't know if you saw that. I stun it, but I just do it a half second too late here. So here it is. He's portaling right here. I land it. If you see I landed the stun of Strange, he still gets it off. But it was almost a really good play by me. So let's jump forward to where he portals to. And now they're popping all their cooldowns. Kill the rocket spawner because I'm a team player. I'll never get any credit for that. It won't show up in the stats. It won't show up in MVP. But it's the type of way that I play. So we get the air knock on Storm. We take her out. Easy air knock. We finally got one on her. And we win the fight. And again, that's because they were straggling, they were staggered because of the cleanup. Because they get tilted, they get confused. So you have to punish when people make mistakes like that, because it happens all the time. It happens, if it happens in mid-diamond, it's going to happen in gold. It happens in Grandmaster, okay? It happens in every rank. Other than probably like top 3,000 players. People are going to make mistakes. So you have to look for them and punish them. Okay, so I'm just again, this is, I'm gonna actually play this normal speed. Look what I'm doing here. This looks like I'm just trolling, looks like I'm having fun. This is all premeditated. This is part of the plan. Look at this. Watch this.
Only 60 seconds left.
Just completely outplayed. Taking 2 headshots to the face, I don't even move. And then I shield his knock-up, I stun his hook, and I get out. This is just, this guy, he is feeling very, very insecure right now. He wants to chase me so bad. Little does he know, I've just wasted 5 seconds of his time and got free alt charge for it. Thank you, Died to Frog. I think your ego's dying a bit here too. Okay, so wasted a bit of time. Just every second, with how little time is left, I'm looking to take off the clock. So I go over there and do Hulk things. Their team has one more fight. And they're making a play. Now, this is a mistake by my team. 100%. This is a mistake by my team. They kind of got the fight started before I was there. I think I'm here now. Where am I? I think I'm here now, but we had plenty of space. We didn't need a fight here. We should have fought at this choke, right? I think what happened was I saw that they were getting engaged on, so I like came back. I'm pretty sure is what happened. So I dived their back line, and here's a big ult by me. I basically saved them from their mistake, and I look at this. I have literally their entire team on me. Their entire team on me. So they win the fight, right? Because our team gets caught before I get there. It's just me and Thor left. But look what they're like. They're getting pulled away from the cart. If they were smart, they would just ignore me and try to push the cart or something. They're forced into another impossible decision. Some people on our team get away. Actually, everybody on our... Yeah, no. 2 people on our team are dead. Some of them get away. They're getting pushed off. But they're not going to get anything for this because they're so far back. So look at this. I get away, right? And they just waste more time. They don't get pushed on the cart, right? So they finally kill us, but now we get yet another fight. We get yet another fight because I play backline there after our team getting pushed up on. So here we go. We just need to win this fight to win. Storm goes in for an ultimate. And we end up losing the fight. So, even though we're not winning all these fights, right, it's important to communicate with your team. I'm giving my team ample opportunity to try to win this game by just the number of strikes I'm giving them. I've given my team 2 strikes now on defense. I've given them 2 strikes, 2 potential extra fights because of my backline aggression, right? Even though it's not netting in a good score, it's stalling out the game. Look, 25-6, it's nothing to write home about, but most damage taken on team and fewest deaths. You always want to be that as Hulk. Always. So here we go. Now, 60 seconds left. They still only have 1 chance left on the last push, despite them winning pretty much every fight this round except one. They've won every fight, yet they only have 1 chance left because I've eaten so much time off the clock. So here we go. Last fights. So our Thor is going in, again following up on his plays. We get the kill, and now their Winter Soldier's ulting. Or that was our Winter Soldier. Their Winter Soldier is about to get ult. My shield was on cooldown, so I couldn't block it. And we're just trying to get one last ult here. I killed the rocket spawner again, chasing down the Punisher. And we lost that fight, so I go to get a heal, but then Storm's coming back. I shield her. Now, one thing to remember too, one last thing I want to say. Remember not to just sit on point for no reason. right? And notice how I'm not just sitting on point waiting for my team to come back. There's a time to do it, there's a time not to. We're a little outnumbered right now, right? So I'm looking for plays. And if they go after me, then I can pull them off the point. Remember, being backline is so valuable here because if they want to come and kill me, they have to C9 and lose the game, right? So I stun the Groot, I jump backline. I'm not just fighting on point like they want me to. I refuse that. I even because Strange is just going to get healed, and yeah, the game will stall and give me time for my team, but I'm looking for plays here. I want to close out the game. Call me Mariano Rivera here, baby. So I'm still looking for backline plays. So see that? The Punisher ults, and I just get the outplay straight up. Punisher ult counters Hulk ult? No, I don't think so. I outplay it with more aggression. So that's basically the nail in the coffin. And look at this. This is pretty funny here. So again, still just stalling for time, guys. We kind of win the fight. It's still kind of even, but look what I'm doing here to close out the game. This is great. You guys are going to love this. Look what I'm doing here. Well, let me show you the Punisher outplay here. Just so you guys can see what I did there. All right, so here it comes. Okay, so here it comes. Pop my shield. Pop my ult. Do as much damage as you can. Take damage for your team. And look how I close out the game here. Instead of just sitting on point, I know my team's going to kill them. So I stopped their high priority players from getting to the point themselves. Look at this. They chase after me. It's overtime. You have to go to point. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. Why are you chasing me? The game is over. You've lost. My mental, my mind has caused you to succumb. You have succumbed to my will. You have fallen victim to the coach and his eccentric, exotic playstyles. This should say CaptainCoach right here. This should be a big green man running on your screen. But hey, a win's a win. Our Storm definitely popped off that game, but for the most part, the damage was even. And look at the healing, guys. Look at the healing. The type of opportunities that this playstyle presents. We're able to get so many kills, despite them healing for way more, because of how split they were and how disorganized they were, right? So they heal for almost 100k damage, while our team heals for just over 50. So if you like this video, don't forget to Hulk smash that like button, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.